What's up, everyone? It's Scotty with Money Vesting, and this is it. The time has come for NVIDIA to show us what they've got, and everything that's been building up with artificial intelligence, with the stock's move of over 200% from October lows, the valuation eclipsing over $700 billion, everything that's been happening has been building up to this one day, which is the earnings, and tomorrow, May 24th, is when NVIDIA is going to be releasing their earnings. I've already done a video on them, so I'm not going to go over the numbers too much in this video. So we're not going to go into the details of the numbers because, again, go back and watch that video if you haven't already. But my goal with this video is to really kind of talk to you a little bit more about the story surrounding NVIDIA, what the bulls and the bears are talking about, and what the valuation currently looks like, and really what the future might look like for NVIDIA as a stock. So hope you guys enjoy this video and make sure that you drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're just joining us for the first time. The link to our Discord and Patreon is going to be down below. There is a 16% annual discount available till the end of this month. So in just a few more days, it'll go away. And there's only a couple more spots left. So link's going to be down below if you're interested in joining us. And of course, getting access to all the binds alerts, option alerts, trade ideas, everything's going to be included. So first things first, let's listen to what the bulls and the bears are talking about. Bears, the main argument obviously is going to be the valuation, right? So NVIDIA's lofty valuations, and this right here, NVIDIA's valuation is way too high at the moment. And I believe NVIDIA may miss consensus estimates with regard to sales by 6%, earnings by 14%, like prompting a sharp drop. And as the post-2025 AI frenzy meets early 2023 earnings reality. And I think that's a good way to put it, right? I mean, this is really just artificial intelligence, which has not really materialized yet, at least not to the extent where the company added over 700, well, the worth is over $750 billion, but it rallied over 200%. So it's really just you're getting a way tomorrow's price today, right? That's what's happening at the moment. And of course, the bulls are saying that NVIDIA Corporation offers cloud service growth through partnership with OpenAI, is a pick for shovels for the AI revolution, and accelerating earnings growth driven by AI demand for both servers and gaming GPUs. So you can't really read a sentence surrounding AI without NVIDIA, or NVIDIA without AI, right? They're kind of like become synonymous, right? NVIDIA has been seen as the AI stock to own, literally the only one that's actually has had the most potential, has the most value to unlock in the future, because a lot of the applications, a lot of the large language models, and everything that's going to be built is going to be built using NVIDIA's hardware and GPUs and so on and so forth. So, in my opinion, obviously the main discussion is going to be around valuation. Can the actual earnings and the guidance justify the valuation for NVIDIA? Now, one thing that I will mention is that, in my opinion, NVIDIA is in such an interesting position right now, because if we start to stretch these timelines out, right, say 10 years or 20 years, right, in those timelines, right, if I look forward 10 years or 20 years, NVIDIA would be a no-brainer buy even at these prices, at $306, $307 per share. Yes, I do believe that. And then if we stretch our timelines out, let's say 10 years or 20 years, like if I were to do a fair value calculation of NVIDIA for 10 years projected earnings, or 20 years projected earnings, I'm pretty sure that the fair value will probably end up at 306 or even higher than where it is trading right now. Because whenever there's a new technology, right, and this was something that was mentioned in one of the books that I was reading, I can't remember the name, but what really they talked about was that our brain cannot comprehend compounding. That's something that we cannot actually, imagine. And when you look at these compounding charts, right, for example, if you take a look at Warren Buffett's net worth, right, most of his net worth, over 90% of his net worth came to him, or pretty much he made, after his 50th birthday. Just think about that for a second, right? After he was 50 years old, 90% of his net worth, which is over 90 to $100 billion, so 90 billion came after the age of 50. That is what compounding looks like, right? You start slow, you're kind of making these small improvements, and then boom, it just parabolically goes up. And that's happened with technology over the years. Prices have come down, right? Because technology has advanced and we've gotten more efficient. Memory storage, right? There was one example in that book that they talked about the storage in our hardware devices at the time when it was only like 10 megabytes or 20 megabytes or 100 megabytes, 200 megabytes, and now we got hard drives with literally terabytes of storage, right? Not to mention computers and phones and everything around us has compounded significantly. So I think with artificial intelligence, you're going to see a lot of applications built, a lot of cost cuts, a lot of production improvements, a lot of efficiency improvements. And this is going to happen on a more parabolic scale where it happens slow, and then boom, all of a sudden it starts to take off and takes off like wildfire. Right now, we haven't really seen the full effect of artificial intelligence. It's going to take time, right? Because it's a new technology. And I think with NVIDIA, again, like I said, if I were to make a case for, say, 10 years or 20 years out, if we stretch that timeline, I'm pretty sure I can make a case at $306 per share. But if our time horizons shorten down to, let's say, 3 years or 5 years or 7 years, then that becomes a little bit more tricky because now it's already, in my opinion, at that valuation. So what that means is that we're overpaying today if our time horizon's shorter, 3 to 5, 7 years. And that means we might have to hold on to the stock, and it might actually end up being underwater because, again, stock prices are very volatile. And I have no doubt in my mind that eventually there will be a time when NVIDIA is once again down 20, 30, 40% from its recent highs because of all that volatility, because of the higher valuation, because of so much momentum. In my opinion, in the short term, it is going to see a bit of a pullback. But longer term, if you start to stretch our timeline out, I can still make a case for NVIDIA at these levels. So, it's quite an interesting company right now. It's an interesting stock with an interesting valuation. And the reason I say that is because unless you are a super long-term investor, this is not a company to be buying at these prices. If your goal is to make money, let's say, 1 year, 2 year, 3 years out, 5 years out, it's going to be a bit of a difficult company to really discuss and for me personally to be a buyer at these prices if my time horizon were 3 to 5 years out. Yes, but if it was 10, 20 years out, I have no problem being in it for the long haul, considering where I see AI basically going. Now, margins are pretty strong, but it's all, always been the valuations or price of sales at 28, right? 25 to 28 times sales at the moment. But like I said, if you were to stretch these numbers out, let's say 10, 20 years, then obviously there may be some potential for NVIDIA. I have to do that calculation. I don't have it on the back of my head, but right now the valuations is way too high for NVIDIA. So, nonetheless, it is one of the best companies out there, one of the most quality companies with great execution. So no doubt about all those things. Management's very capable. The product, the brand, everything, the whole name, the story is excellent for NVIDIA. It's just trading at the wrong price. It's a right company trading at the wrong price for short-term investors. It is a right company trading at, again, I have to do more research, but could be trading at a reasonable to fair price for long-term investors who believe in AI and believe in this revolution with technologies that we're seeing with artificial intelligence. Now, in terms of technicals, going into tomorrow, resistance is going to be at $347. So that right there is going to be that level to watch at 347, 348. So, that's going to be the all-time high for NVIDIA. So wouldn't be surprised if it actually gets up to that level, and support level is going to be staying put inside this green rectangle, roughly in the $280 to $291 per share for NVIDIA. So those are going to be some levels to watch and of course pay attention to, and 347 is going to be that resistance to watch for NVIDIA. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and a quick update on this company. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. What do you think about NVIDIA? Are you buying, selling, holding? What are your thoughts for the earnings coming up? As always, if you enjoyed this video, find it helpful, make sure that you drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Link to our Discord, Patreon is going to be down below. It's always happy investing. I'll see you all in the next video.